awesome. And my dad was an astronaut. Yeah, that's literally the most interesting thing about myself. He was someone I looked up to for many reasons. We even wrote secret codes to each other using a method that we created. We called it the Watson Code. We've probably spent hours leaving messages for each other to decipher. Here's the interesting bit. Instead of going to work at your usual boring office job or what have you, he went to space. He was an astronaut. Headed by Dr. Elton Thorndike, an old family friend, the ASA leads America and the rest of the world into the unknown for the benefit of mankind. That sounds pretty heavy, right? Yet my dad still always made sure he had time for us. And then 6 months ago, everything changed. I mean, it's not all bad and depressing. With the inheritance, I bought a nice little house at 21. How many other 21-year-olds have their own house? Things were starting to look on the bright side. Of course, that's where I met Charlotte. Her original name was Sweet Potato. For God's sake, who names these guys? She's very loving.
Hi, Charlotte.
Very loyal. Always by my side.
Charlotte!
Except when there's a squirrel.
Charlotte!
And I met my friend and coworker Ben at the shelter too. We go on adventures and get ourselves in all sorts of shenanigans. Except now he's moving to Kansas soon because his mom got a job out there and he's gonna help out. But that's okay.
Say abs, corn.
Yep, that's my life. The abridged version. Happiest guy on earth. Just making this video in case I don't come back.
World's largest ball of twine.
No,
World's first Pizza Hut.
I don't even like Pizza Hut.
Dorothy's house from The Wizard of Oz.
That movie scared me as a kid. Ugh, flying monkeys.
Alright, there's gotta be something interesting in Kansas.
There's literally nothing there. I would get my own apartment here, but I don't have enough money.
I mean, I would say that you could move in with me, but I'm not doing kind of cash either, that's the thing.
Because you spent all your money on donuts and ice cream.
Those are very important factors of the food pyramid, I'll have you know. Besides, I've been spending money on other things.
Yeah, but why don't you do something good with yourself? You're like one of the smartest people I know. You made a solar-powered toaster oven for the science fair when you were 12.
Which burst into flames.
Yeah, poor Miss Crane. Still wearing a wig. Hey, but it worked out for a little while. Why don't you apply for financial aid or a scholarship or something?
I'm not interested in that. I want to show you something. This is my little science project. Early stages, but yes, I am building something. Can you guess what it is?
An electric toothbrush?
No. Good guess.
You're not serious.
I am so serious.
A rocket ship?
A rocket ship.
How? You can't build a rocket ship in your garage.
Yes, I can. It's not that hard. You know how I used to tell you that, like, me and my dad used to fire off bottle rockets at the park? It's the same principle. An oxidizer and a fuel are mixed together at a combustion chamber at high pressure, creating thrust that propels it forward. Nitric acid and aniline, vinegar and baking soda. It's the same principle. It's not rocket science. Well, it is, but it's not as difficult as people think it is. I mean, I was thinking about buying some weapons-grade plutonium on the black market to create a nuclear motor, but then I figured, what the hell?
So where exactly do you plan on going?
Well, to the moon, of course.
Like your dad?
Yes, like my dad.
It's not just about him, though, is it? It's about those radio signals you've been hearing.
That's ridiculous. It's probably nothing.
Every night you're in that field, man, working on that ridiculous machine.
It's not ridiculous. That machine can pick up farther frequencies than any other device on the planet.
Are you hearing something from the moon?
It certainly seems that way.
Look, Henry, you know I've always supported you in all your life choices, but this is a little out there. This is a suicide mission.
There's nothing left for me here. If I get off the ground, I can at least prove that I was a third as good as he was.
Henry, look.
I can be worth something.
You are worth something. You're a good friend. I don't need a dead one.
Trust me on this one.
Whatever. I'm gonna go play with Charlotte.
Thanks, Ben.
Welcome, Henry. Please plot course in navigation system.
It worked!
The computer system's operational!
Henry. What? It's 8 p.m.
8 p.m.? Oh man, you're right. I'm late. I gotta get to the field.
Henry, sit down. It's your day off. What have you done today?
Well, I've been trying to decode the radio signals. I can't figure it out. It's like a series of beeps. It's not Morse code though, because when I try to translate it, it doesn't make any sense.
Why worry about it now? Isn't that partially why you're going to the moon?
Well, yeah, but I gotta figure out what's sending it, what's waiting for me when I get there. Look, I wrote down the code. It's gotta be around here somewhere. It's somewhere in here.
Really?
Oh, here it is. First there's a number of beeps, then there's a pause, then there's another number of beeps, and that right there is one pair. Then another one starts. There's 29 pairs in the signal, and then it starts again. It's baffling, mostly because there's something weirdly familiar about this sequence.
Does it matter that the first number of a pair is always either 1 or 2?
Ah, the old childhood relics. Ah, Mr. Sprinkles, I forgot about him.
What is it? Here it is. The Watson code. Alphabet split into 2 columns, 1 and 2. My dad and I use this all the time to write secret messages to each other. It was just for fun. Now let's say you want to write out ball. This is how you'd do it. So you'd go here. I would go to 2 because that's where B is. So 2, 1. 2, 1. Then A is 1, 1. And then L, 2, 6. And then that again.
That code looks exactly the same as the signals you wrote out earlier.
Exactly. Let's try to decode it then. That's it. That's it. Ben! Ben! Look, why are you sleeping? It's only been 10 minutes. Look. On moon, send help. Mulberry Court, house 15.
What the hell does that mean?
It means my dad is alive. Mulberry Court is on the outskirts of my hometown. It's a neighborhood of abandoned government housing. The ASA used it in the 60s. Electrothermal plasma thrust engine. Thought this was just a concept. This could get me to the moon in no time.
Sir Watson's son is here.
Great, thank you. Send him in. Trump, I'll call you back.
Hello, sir.
Ah, Henry, good to see you again.
Last time we met, you were a young boy.
Good. Glad you could make it up.
Yeah, good to be here again. Good to be here.
So, what's the dealio?
So, I have with me a device that I call the frequometer that I built about 2 years ago. And the thing is, it can read farther frequencies than any device on the planet.
Henry, wait, hold on. Why did you bring that typewriter here to my office?
No, it's not actually. It's a high-powered radio receiver, and I've been getting radio signals from the moon. And I'm positive my dad is alive, and he's been sending them.
He's been communicating through beeping noises, presumably from a broken or primitive radio transmitter. And they translate into a code we used to send each other back when I was a kid. And he told me the location of a high-powered rocket engine. And so I was wondering if we could set up a rescue mission to go just to check it out or something.
Henry, I can imagine that the last 6 months have been extremely difficult for you. I too lost my father when I was young. He drowned in a vat of molasses at the cookie packaging plant. It was a terrible loss. I think about it all the time. And from that day forward, I knew I had to pick myself up to rise, to be part of something bigger than myself. And I joined the American Space Agency, or NASA.
With all due respect, sir, I don't understand what that has to do with anything.
You'll understand when you're older, Henry. The point is, when you're so desperate for answers and solace, you start seeing things that just aren't there. For instance, whenever I look through pictures of my father, I smell molasses. It's weird, I know, but anyway, you're looking and you're finding patterns and coincidences in a game you guys used to play. It's the same thing. Plus, the government cut our budget, so we can't afford to send another space mission up there for probably 4 years. Sorry.
Well, thank you for your valuable time, sir, but I'm going to convince you.
I do hope you try, Henry. Oh, don't forget your freaking freakometer.
It's a frequometer.
Whatever. Don't forget. Hey, good luck.
Okay, fine. You know, if they don't want to help me, I'll help myself. I'll find the exact point where those radio signals are coming from, and I'll go there myself.
What is it, Charlotte? Where's that coming from?
Fine, Charlotte. I'm sorry this isn't interesting, but I gotta figure this out.
Good evening, son.
Oh. Hello.
It's a little late to be stargazing, isn't it?
Well, it's a bit late to be wearing sunglasses too, but I'm not judging.
That device. What is it?
Oh, it's the homemade radio. You can get good signal out here in the field. It's also a typewriter. I gotta go because yeah, you're right. It's late. Charlotte, come on.
Yeah, they're like the classic
classic Men in Black government agents. My dad warned me about these guys. They're bad news.
What do they want? What are they doing?
I don't know, but they seemed interested in my frequometer. Either that or they found out that I found my dad's plans for a booster engine that could get me to the moon in a few hours.
Well, why don't you go ask them?
Yeah, I don't think they're up for a friendly chat, but for whatever reason they're on to me. I've got to move fast. Maybe tonight's the night.
You sure? You want me to come by?
Actually, that'd be great. Thanks. I gotta go. Just in case you fall into the wrong hands. My name is Henry Watson. And my dad was an astronaut. Yeah, that's literally the most interesting thing about myself. Let's do this. Or not. Charlotte, you know you can't come with me, right? You know what? I'll make you a suit.
So you're serious about this? You weren't joking?
Nope, tonight's the night of the departure.
So where is it?
Charlotte, get the lights. Thank you.
You're entrusting your life to this thing?
And I'm entrusting my life to you. I need you to fire the rocket from the control laptop in the garage. The code will send a signal to the rocket, which will activate a device inside the rocket, which will mix the vinegar and the baking soda together. I hope it's the right amount. If it's not, it'll blow us to pieces.
Oh, no pressure there then. Wait, us? You've got to be kidding me.
The code is 7/16/69, the date of the first moon landing.
7/16/69.
Yep, I use the same password for everything. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, cutepuppies.com, potatoparcels.com.
Okay, I get it.
You've been a good friend, Ben. Good luck with everything.
You're the one who needs it. All right, man. Give me a call when you get there.
All right, will do. Charlotte, wait up. Ugh. Just up here, Charlotte. This is the best position for the initial acceleration. We'll most likely black out. Hang on!
This is Agent X. The launch was successful. Phase 2 initiating.
Charlotte. Charlotte. We did it. We did it, Charlotte. Okay, the launch fuel must almost be exhausted. I'm gonna turn on the electrothermal plasma thrust engine. (2,500 miles from Earth, course exactly as estimated, velocity 6.9 miles per second, oxygen levels holding. I wish Dad could see me now. And Leica, of course.
Laika, the Soviet cosmonaut dog. Shit. You gotta brush up on your history, Charlotte.
Good evening, son.
What do you want with me? Henry already left in the rocket. You're too late.
On the contrary, we're right on schedule. We require information. Password to the frequentometer.
I don't know any password.
Henry Watson uses the same password for everything. He gave you the launch code. What was it?
I don't remember.
We have more persuasive ways of making you talk, son.
I'm serious. I don't remember. It was like a date or something.
In that case, we will extract the memory from your consciousness.
Oh no. Wait, where's that going?
This won't hurt a bit.
No. No. No! Ah!
He lied, by the way.
Going to the moon. We're going to the moon. You know what this means, Charlotte?
No, it doesn't mean peanut butter is good.
It means we're the first amateur astronauts to successfully launch into space.
Maybe this mission won't be as hopeless as I previously imagined.
So I didn't get a chance to tell you how we'll actually land this thing, because this is all one piece like a V2 rocket. So I'm going to turn the rocket around.
Cut the thermal engine, start another engine with directional thrust, turning the rocket nose to tail.
The exhaust will break our descent and we will land safely on the lunar surface.
Lunar surface approaching. Lunar surface approaching. Lunar surface approaching. Lunar surface
I was
approaching.
too busy dancing. I'm always too busy dancing. Okay. Cut the motor. Directional thrust on. Brace yourself, Charlotte! Turning operation successful.
Silence.
Now then, son, you're gonna give us the combination. Do you understand?
Yes. 21796.
21796.
Yes, sir. That was the day my parents took me to the baseball game when I was just a baby.
What?
Yeah. The batter stepped up to the plate and hit a home run that won the game. The ball went up in the air and hit me in the head. I was never the same. Good for the team. Bad for me.
Now listen carefully, son. We need the launch code. The same launch code your friend Henry gave you before he took off in the rocket. Do you understand?
Yeah, I do. 3/1903.
3/1903. Are you sure about that?
Oh, positively. Yep, that was the day my parents took me to the first annual Clown Olympics.
Son, you're about to leave me no choice but to turn the extractor into maximum overdrive. That might kill him. I'd sure like to. I'll give you one last chance. The launch code from your recent memory.
Launch code?
Yes.
From my recent memory.
Yes.
2599.
2599. That's it.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's what I spent on Gilmore Girls season 3.
Seriously? Out of all the seasons, you picked season 3? Oh, well, I guess Rory and Dean's relationship meant nothing to you!
Who are you? Identify yourself. Are you with the ASA? Henry?
Dad?
Am I seeing things? Are you really here?
I'm really here, and you're alive!
I can't believe it. My son. Who are you with? The Special Forces Unit? The Project Alpha? The U.S. Space Command?
No, a dog.
That's an incredible story, Henry. I can't believe you built a rocket.
Well, the rocket was the easy part. The magic piece missing was the engine.
The thing I don't understand is why Thorndike didn't send a rescue mission. I mean, the Thorndike that I know would have done anything if he had known that we were still alive.
But what happened here, Dad? How did you crash, and what was the mission?
All right, let me start from the beginning. As you know, a year ago I was part of the last manned moon mission, Orion 26. We landed right here in the Taurus Mountains, where no human had ever gone before. I discovered strange symbols on some rocks, hieroglyphics of an ancient moon race. I studied them intensely, deciphered the language, and uncovered a message. It said, "Death to terrestrial neighbors." A threat. Thorndike greenlit a new manned mission, this one, to get to the bottom of it. Everything went like clockwork until we approached the surface. A huge blast of light appeared out of nowhere and destroyed our ship. We crash-landed. I was the only survivor. I was able to fix my wounds and set up base. All the communication equipment was completely destroyed, except for a tiny radio transmitter. I knew the signal was too weak to reach any receiver on Earth except yours, Henry, your frequent meter.
The communication through the old column code, though, that was an incredible idea.
I knew you'd make the connection, but yes, I was desperate. I've been here for months rationing the oxygen from the other crew members. They won't be needing it. But I am running out of oxygen. I've only got a few days left. That's why I sent you the message telling you where the rocket engine is. I needed help fast.
That engine is incredible. It's built unlike anything I've ever seen.
Yes, it was a top secret design that I was able to acquire. Anyways, there was nothing left to do but to continue my research. I would go out into the crater field every night and hope that you'd receive my message.
I did. So what did you find out about the hieroglyphics?
The radiometric dating of the rocks and the substance that they were painted with suggests that all this writing is hundreds of years old. Carbon testing results have come back negative. There's no life in this area. My theory is that the race has died out before it could become a threat.
Either that or they're just really good at hiding. I have a question. What do you do for fun here? I mean, you're on the moon for 6 months and you just sit here and do research?
You think I have time for fun? In my painstaking research, for the good of humanity, do you think I can engage in anything that could be considered fun?
Well, I don't know. I just figured.
Have you ever read about Apollo 14? Now you've got to adjust your approach to take advantage of the lunar atmosphere. Oh, go ahead. Whoa! And the first hit of the Lunar Olympics is a success.
Nice. Did you see that, Charlotte?
Okay. Make room for the old man. A few more rounds of moon golf and we'll be on our way home. Darn it.
Charlotte, come back! I forgot to mention, she loves playing fetch.
The ball went into that cave and she's going after it.
Did you know this cave was here?
No, I've never seen it before.
Charlotte!
No need to yell. She can hear you through the radio just fine.
Yeah, but she's not responding. Charlotte! I've got to go after her. Stay here.
No way. I'm not letting you go alone.
All right, then. Let's go.
Don't you ever get lonely up here?
Sometimes, but as an astronaut, you have to deal with it.
Well, that's a useful thing to know.
I still can't believe you built a real rocket with vinegar and baking soda as a launch fuel. Where do you get that from?
I got it from you. You always told me rocket science isn't as difficult as people make it out to be.
Yeah, but you could have easily died. I mean, it's not every day that people just build fully functioning rocket ships in their backyard.
Well, it's not every day that people get stranded on the moon and then carry out research to save the world.
We're very similar, Henry. Too similar, in fact. Why couldn't you have been a librarian or a chiropractor?
Because if I did that, I wouldn't be exploring a huge moon cavern in the dark. Do you hear something? Ugh! What is that noise?
I don't know. It hurts. I told you you should have been a chiropractor.
Contacting lunar base. The frequometer device has been acquired.
Well done. I hope it was not too much trouble.
No, sir. The extraction process was flawlessly successful.
Very good, my androids. With that device, we will be able to intercept messages from the enemy fleet.
Dad? Henry, you're awake. Where are we? Who's that?
Oh, good. You have regained consciousness.
Not a moment too soon. Who are you? What do you want?
I'm an agent of the great Aria race, known in this galaxy as the Antagonists. Yes, Dr. Arthur Watson, I see you recognize the name. Of course you would, after you stole our plans for the electrothermal plasma thrust engine.
The engine? That's ridiculous. My dad's a lot of things, but he's not a thief.
Henry, I'd be quiet if I were you.
What?
I came across these guys a long time ago on a mission. I couldn't let them use this engine for their diabolical schemes.
Luckily, Henry, in your voyage to save your father, you've brought the engine right back to us. It's a new rocket, isn't it? I've been anticipating your arrival for some time. Patience is a virtue, as the old Earth saying goes.
So it was a plot. Were you the one that wrote the hieroglyphics?
I was not. Yet one must admit it was a useful lure for you. The ancient moon people wrote them long ago. They realized the neighboring Earth humans were advancing quickly, far too quickly for comfort. They saw them as a threat. So they created a nuclear missile that could destroy your race and your planet with the radiation. The moon people were not wiped out by the humans as they predicted, but by a lunar virus. Their underground missile station remained intact, and that's where we are now.
It is a cozy place.
Glad you think so. The moon people were all one family, one gene chain. So the missile system can only be activated by two people of the same genes. And luckily, you two are father and son. You can both fire the missile.
But why? Why do you want to destroy the Earth? It can't just be for revenge for him stealing your plans.
My race is at war and our planet is in critical condition. We thrive on the radiation you humans find poisonous. The radiation from the nuclear missile's explosion will create a habitable atmosphere for my race to live in. My teleport will allow me to go back to my planet and give the news. My people will arrive to inhabit the new Earth. Do you find it ironic, Dr. Watson, that in your quest to save humanity, you end up destroying it?
The only thing I find ironic is how you're wearing a mask while trying to be a tough guy. Show yourself like a real man.
Very well. Your wish is my command. After all, this is the best part.
Mr. Thorndyke!
What, you thought it was just a coincidence that you were stranded on the moon and he didn't do a thing about it? Well, of course, this was just all too easy. Did I mention one of the specialties of the antagonist is mind control? Well, 6 months ago, we hypnotized Thorndyke and infiltrated the ASA. It's also how my androids were able to get the code for your frequometer device. That will be very handy for us against our enemies.
So hold on, you have teleports and mind control and super rocket technology, yet you want my homemade device?
Much of our technology and our resources have been depleted, so we're doing what we can to win this war.
You're desperate. The once great antagonist race reduced to scavengers.
And with your help, that will all be reversed. And as you watch helplessly as your beloved planet is destroyed, by your hand I may add, I will dispose of your bodies in the merciless vacuum of space. I will, however, spare your very interesting dog. I've always wanted an Earth dog. Never! Enough talk! I'm gonna arm the missile system and destroy your planet.
It's gonna be something we can do.
I have an idea. I can hear you guys. You're like 3 feet away.
What are you doing?
I'm coating the wires with peanut butter.
Why?
Because I just found a sandwich in my pocket. Charlotte loves peanut butter. Good girl, Charlotte.
Any last words for humanity?
Yes. You shouldn't have mentioned my dog.
Excellent work, Henry. Now on timing.
Oh, the credit goes to Charlotte. You can have all the peanut butter you want when we get home.
All right, let's see. How do we deactivate this missile?
Well, if I learned anything from movies and TV, it's that you press a bunch of buttons on the control panel.
Nuclear missile launched.
Guess that wasn't it.
Wait, try Control Alt Delete.
No, try Command Option Escape.
Activate self-destruct. Self-destruct in 1 minute. Missile entering Earth's atmosphere.
Well, that was weird. Glad that's over with. Oh no. Today's just not my day, is it?
Crying out loud.
Whew. That was a close one.
You know what? I got this. Oh, Dad, run to the rocket. Quick.
Henry? Henry!
Self-destruct in 20 seconds.
Charlotte, let's get out of here.
Get up, Henry. Your family has meddled in our plans for far too long. And I'll make sure this is the last. Oh, Henry, don't get up. I'm giving you the chance to die honorably.
You're inhabiting the body of Elton Thorndyke. He's not exactly an Olympic athlete.
Neither are you. I take it you're not exactly a fighter.
And I take it you're not willing to negotiate?
The only thing I'm willing to negotiate, Henry, is perhaps you joining us. Join the antagonists and help us complete our quest to conquer the galaxy.
That offer would be tempting if I was okay with living on a radioactive mudball inhabited by psychopaths, but I'm not.
Then prepare to die an agonizing and humiliating death.
I look forward to it.
Come on, Charlotte. Not bad.
You gotta be in there somewhere. Remember, molasses? What? Molasses.
Get off my planet. Mr. Thorndyke?
But what the devil's going on? Where? What? Henry? After all these years? What happened to your face? Where are we?
Well, you punched me in the face repeatedly, and I think my nose is broken, and I have no idea where we are. Oregon. We're in Oregon. Come on. What am I wearing?
Oregon, huh? I know a great diner in Oregon.
Oh, good. I've been craving French toast anyway, and also I can attempt to explain what happened.
Was I drunk again?
No, it's a bit more complicated than that.
Oh, well, it's good to see you again, Henry. The last time I saw you, you were just a small boy.
Hello, Dad. Come in, this is Henry.
Henry, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. Mr. Thorndyke is too. Put Earth in the navigation system and meet us there.
Sounds like a plan to me. Come on, Charlotte, let's go. We're going home.
We are gathered here today to celebrate the wonderful achievement of Henry and Arthur Watson in defending this planet. A medal long overdue, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Henry, it would be an honor if you would accept a position with the ASA. We need good men like you.
It would be my honor to accept, sir.
Thanks, boy. Good man. Here's the nice boy there. All right, everyone. Let's hear it for them.
Well, this isn't so bad. Where is the nearest Dunkin' Donuts?
Nearest Dunkin' Donuts location is 132 miles away.
Yeah, I'm going home.
Well. Hello again. My name is... Oh, whoop. There you go. My name is Henry Watson, and I am now an astronaut.
See the magical planets?
Just a month ago, I realized that the universe was 1,000 times the size I thought it was. And we're certainly not alone. There are good men and good creatures. And there are ones who want to burn this whole place to the ground. But I've accepted that you've got to face a balance of good and evil in life. As long as you have a few friends by your side, things will be alright for you. Just making this video to remind myself of what's important. Because, universe beware. There's a new guy in town. The Watson family is back in business.